What time is it?
It's time for the Danielthomasshow. What's up with the napkin? I'm confused here, man.
We had lunch today, and Daniel Thomas Show had show notes, and I took Tom to lunch, and I got stuff all over me. So,
So he show noted that, but
Yeah.
that's not what we want to talk about today.
Exactly. Somebody came prepared, and somebody didn't.
So
somebody bought lunch, and somebody,
somebody
didn't.
didn't.
Okay.
So thank you for buying lunch.
Okay.
So let's start off with Hinge, Tinder dates, all these horror stories that we're hearing. I just have to ask.
Bumble. Yeah.
What's the common denominator in all these people posting all these horror stories?
Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going through all these dates, all men and women. It's
Yes.
not just
This
one-sided.
is not gender specific.
It is just insanity. And the stories that some people tell are just Looneyville, okay? And they go out there. But your question?
What's the common denominator? How is it that we have so many of these horror stories? And I'm the married guy, so I just don't understand it.
I had, when things were going bad in my life, my late girlfriend said to me, have you noticed that there's one common denominator in all these business failures and everything going wrong in your life? And I'm like, yeah, what's that? You. I was so pissed off, man. I was like so angry at that one. And then it made me reflect and look at it and be a better person and a better business person.
And my point to all this is, if you're out there and you're having all these bad dates and everything else, take a moment, stand in front of the mirror and go, you need help.
You know, it's funny. I have friends, and the older you get, I can't meet anybody. And I'm like, yeah, you can. You can meet people everywhere you go.
Yes.
And the thing about this, here's the easiest thing. You guys want to meet somebody? Get off the dating apps, okay? Yep. Join a meetup group. What do? Do you like to walk? Do you like to hike? Do you like to go to the movies?
Common interest.
Common interest, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you go to these things and you look at the group and you go there, and a lot of them are free. Like, we're going to go to the movies on Thursday night, or we're going to meet for coffee, or we're going to have places that do this. And it's funny. I dated a woman this year who ran a divorce repair workshop, and I'm like, oh, is it like with power tools? And no, it's not with power tools. It's to repair your life. And but
how's that working out for you?
I'm not in that at all.
Oh,
okay. No.
Is that a 2024 goal?
To go to the divorce repair. Yeah, I'm gonna get married and divorced, guys, so I can go to that group again. But it was she was very, very pretty, and she ran a good group, and they did a bunch of fun things together. They even went to Las Vegas together. They did all this cool stuff, and she, part of, us dating was like, well, do you really need to run this group anymore? And she did. She liked the attention. She liked running it. But great place to meet people, like-minded people. You can either be woe is me, or you can go and move your life forward and have a good time. And but again, the meetup groups, guys, go check out meetup.com. I'm telling you, there's so many things you can do.
Well, and to your point, Dan, even if it's not meetup.com or something of this nature, find something of common interest. Do you like to hike? Do you like to walk? Are you into flowers? Are you into horticulture? Are you into whatever it is? There are groups out there that meet, and there's single people in all those groups.
And there's married people that cheat on their husbands in those groups too. My ex-wife went and learned to run a half marathon. I'm not saying she was one of those people. I'm just saying that's what some people do. Anyways, you can go to those like running groups and things like that. And I'm telling you guys, get yourself in shape. Go meet people. Biking. I mean,
exactly.
The mountain bike people. I mean, those guys are crazy to begin with, but they really do get together a lot and do things like that. So.
But you know what? It's better than going to a hookah bar.
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
A hookah bar.
No hookah
You're
bars.
hung up on the hookah bar lately, Tom.
I am hung up on the hookah bar. I was very disappointed. That's one of the
top
20 places you can't take a woman on a first date.
Oh my God, I just really.
Yeah.
It's again. Yeah. Are you going to get a meetup and meet up again? Yeah. Anyways.
And let's talk about the financial side of it. Meetup groups. I get to go ride my bike. I get to go walk. I get to go do something I enjoy. And if there's nobody there that I connect with, I didn't spend any money.
I had a buddy of mine who had very difficult time meeting women because he was just too aggressive and he was a tool. But my daughter finally set him down and said, you know what, your problem is not what you're doing. The problem is you. You're just your attitude and how aggressive you are with these women, and they sense your desperation. Yeah. And here's a early 20-something kid telling this 50-plus-year-old man what's going on wrong in his life and how pathetic he was, and he was pathetic. So again, guys, it just common interest. How easy is that, guys? The dating sites are ridiculous. I mean.
Well, and the other side of the coin is not just the dating sites being ridiculous, but work on yourself. Don't worry about you. Fix you. Somebody is going to come along that likes you. If you don't fix you, you'll find somebody perfect and it'll blow up again.
My favorite comedian is a man named Colin Kane, who said, how can you be good for somebody else if you're not good for yourself? Correct. You need to be content with yourself and be happy with yourself. And I'm telling you guys, I get more done by myself than ever with anybody else. And dating, you got to understand the distraction of dating, the expense of dating, everything that's going on with it. And everybody wants somebody, everybody wants companionship and to be out there. But man, these horror stories are funny because, okay, date number 19, and this is the 19th worst date. It's like we could run these things behind us. They're just crazy. And
and one of my favorites is the one that starts off like a used car. It's like, man, every day, every night, I'm seeing this person on and on and on, and it blows up. Yeah. It's it just immediately, it's like, whoa, why? What's the rush? What's going on? So
well, that's the thing. Yeah. People get desperate and people want to move from one place to the next, and it's just I'm telling you, you can't lose weight quick. Can't get your body in shape quick. And again, you want to meet a spouse or a girlfriend or a significant
long-term relationship
and do it in a matter of seconds. It just doesn't work. Everybody puts their best foot forward on a date or when you talk, but I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And dating is expensive as in general, but people go out there and they just don't get the the effort that gets into everything. We talked, joked earlier this last week about all the New Year's resolutions that are broken, that over 30% are broken. And I'm telling you, it's really important to write things down. It's really important to have a list. Right. But look at where people are meeting people. And it's funny. My favorite TikToks that have been sent to me lately are the women that go to Home Depot to look for guys. Anybody that's at Home Depot, any guy that's at Home Depot is there to get equipment, tools, sand, lumber.
He's working.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, ladies, congratulations. You're going to some place where you're finding men that are working.
Yeah.
Good for you. You're not going to the unemployment line. So that's a good shopping place.
But again, I just think that, tell me, the dating apps now are really just, I know people that love the dating apps and do it for the sake of doing it. And I've got I could tell you stories of all the hookups and all the guys. No, I'm not serious about any of these women. Okay. And if that's what you want, they're out there. But if you want a relationship, you need to take this seriously too.
And it takes time. Time and consistency. Time and consistency to work on yourself, and time and consistency to work on a relationship. And it doesn't, to Dan's point, it doesn't happen overnight.
Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that things take an effort and that there's time consuming in anything. Everybody wants to get rich in 3 days too.
Well, everybody's an overnight millionaire after spending 10 years suffering and struggling. Yeah. And then they're an overnight millionaire.
Right.
But nobody talks about the 10 years up front. So put in the time.
Exactly. So share that. Have you guys had any success with the dating sites? Is there one that you say, oh, I go on this and not this one? And I've had people recommend these sites to me, and that's the last place I'm going to be.
That's a great question. Anybody that's had success, anybody that doesn't, we want to hear the anti-horror story. Tell us the good news, because we know bad news sells.
I met my wife at.
And I've been married.
And I'm not talking 90 Day Fiance or
no.
Kaylin,
green card marriage.
Kaylin doesn't speak English, but boy, we have a connection. Okay.
Yeah. No.
That doesn't count.
That's no.
Okay.
Those don't enter the drawing.
Again, what do you guys like to do? It's funny. Pickleball, exercise. I mean, all these things that I'm thinking about that get sent to me for these groups and stuff. Boating.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
the beach. Everything.
we're 2 blocks away from a bunch of tennis courts. There's always people at the tennis courts.
Exactly.
The one thing I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're into animals, dog park.
Dog park. Oh,
Dog
yeah.
park. Oh my gosh, you're both interested in animals. There's
And if you're if you're a cat person, don't bother. We're just going to end it there.
That's right. Yeah, don't take your cat to the dog park, ladies. That's not a good idea.
If you film it this way, not this way, so we can share it. Okay? Okay.
Like, subscribe, let us know.
Right. And also, we have an email list too. If you
Yes,
guys use
please.
the link below, sign up for the email list so we can share cool things with you that are coming up on the channel. But let us know what you want to hear. And again, I love the horror stories. And if you guys ever want to send us a clip of your dating horror story, let me know. Now, if you've dated me and you have a clip,
please send them immediately. You can send them to Danielthomasshow at yahoo.com,
Okay.
and they'll get seen.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait a minute. For all you that are still here, you want to tell them a secret?
What's the secret?
Should we let them in on what's really going on?
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.